pork chops, and not just any pork chops, Mangalitsa. Wooden Nickel Farms Mangalitsa pork chop. Google these guys. Hungarian breed, amazing. But we're gonna do a very unique method, quick fire. Yeah, do you see that again? Oh. Cut. All right, look, we're gonna leave all this in here. Like, it's getting silly. It's getting silly in here. All right, sweet lemon pepper pounded Italian pork chops. Let's get into the action. Big Joe 2 is stabilized at 400 Fahrenheit with a cast iron griddle at the top portion of the divide and conquer system. Now, first thing we need to do is take these gorgeous chops. When you're shopping for a pork chop, you want to look for these flecks of intermuscular fat known as marbling. And look at this great fat content here as well. There's a little bone on this curvature. Okay, so these are amazing pork chops, and they're kind of thin already. All right, so this is a perfect quick fire pork chop that we're going to pound even further. Before we do, I'm going to season them. And so we've got pieces of granulated honey and lemon pepper and garlic. These larger granules do a better job of not burning up over medium to high heat. So I love this stuff. I've got 1 bag per chop because as we pound this, it's going to get bigger and bigger. So we're going to do 1 chop per bag. And then we've got a meat mallet. Anytime you pound this stuff, you want to, sometimes you shut it halfway. You don't want air, an air pocket. We've got an aggressive side. The whole thing's pretty aggressive, right? But we got a side that would tear through the bag and a side that wouldn't as easily. So we're gonna go with the flat side here. And we're just gonna start pounding this evenly to about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch thick even, and watch out for that bone. So we're gonna have this huge, large surface area, perfect for season, smoke, caramelization, all the good things. By using the mallet, we're taking something that's pretty tender already and making it extremely tender. This is a form of mechanical tenderization. Even all the way around. These are really cool too. Like, I don't know, there's something already really neat about this recipe. I've got my oil, and I prefer to use a canola olive oil blend. This is just straight olive oil, which would be fine. And we're just gonna flip this over. Oh yeah, look at that. So cool. Drag test to make sure that we're not gonna stick. No sticking there, so we're gonna lay it right down. Get the other one on. The initial side is down and searing. We want to get a nice caramelization there. And I want to elevate this with a little bit of salt just to amplify that porky flavor. Now we're going to flip, sear the other side, but as soon as we flip, let's go ahead and lay down a little marinara sauce.
Right on the pork?
Right on the pork.
On.
Cover the whole thing, all right? And then let's put some mozzarella over top, tear some basil, close that dome.
What have you done?
What
have you done?
We're just having some fun. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to explore the unexplored, and this is one of those situations. That's enough searing right there, so I want to go ahead and move it over to the indirect side so we're just melting cheese and it's not going to overcook the pork. Let's get that second one over there. Beautiful. Now we're going dome down for about 5 minutes. We're going to bring that pork to an internal temperature of about 140 degrees. That's why I wanted to move it over, right? If it's just sitting on that cast iron, it's going to overcook by the time that cheese begins to melt. We don't even need it to melt all the way. Just get nice and soft, and then we're going to bring it off and let it rest. Good stuff. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So this cheese isn't gonna fully melt, it's just gonna expand just like that. The aromas. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's get a spatula under here. Yeah, no, come on. We don't wanna lose any of that. And that's so much fun. Wow. Silly. Why wouldn't you do this every Tuesday night? Don't you go, it's gonna slide off on me there. All right, let's bring it on over. Look how fun that is. That is not your grandma's pork chop right there. We could be done. This could be it, but I hate the way that basil loses its color when it gets heat. Now, it does beautiful things for the flavor profile, but I want a little more green to make it pop, so I've got some fresh basil here that we'll just run a knife through. Oh, I love these. I love it. Again, whoever said don't play with your food was missing the boat. I'm just gonna release the bone here. And that's, you know, that's a great bite in its own right. Let's see right where it is. Oh yeah, that's me right there. I'm center cut kind of guy. It's a new way to do the pork chop. That is so much fun. That is absolutely dynamite. Something about that beautiful pork as the base and the toppings that are so familiar and fun. Team, the cast iron, the divide and conquer system, continue to tap into that. And don't be afraid to try things you've never done before, right? We just went Italian with that. In the comment section down below, how would you go Asian with this method? Okay, what would you put on there? I'm very curious to see some of these answers in the comment section. Folks, thank you so much for joining us today. I had a blast cooking this for you. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, do me a favor, do all the things, the shares, the likes, the comments. Again, we're looking for how would you do this Asian. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.